Hello, everyone. I wanted to welcome you back to the ABCs of Marketing, and for one of our premier clients, Julie Cerros at New Mexico Farm Sanctuary. And Julie, thank you for taking the time today to speak with us. I want the LinkedIn world to know. I want the world to know about the New Mexico Farm Sanctuary. Tell me a little bit about you and about your sanctuary.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for having me. I definitely appreciate being able to get the word out there. We are a vegan farm sanctuary, and we're located obviously in New Mexico. And I get asked a lot about what that is or what exactly we do. And frankly, the short answer is we rescue abused or unwanted animals. And they are primarily those animals that are used for food in North America. So pigs, chickens, and cows. Although right now we happen to be rehabilitating a horse with eye cancer, and she brought along her friend, the donkey, her best friend, and her eye-seeing donkey. Well, she gets rehabilitated, and that's a bonded pair. So just like humans, animals don't like to be alone. So we have both of them here, right? And we also have a goat at the sanctuary, which is a little goat that is bonded with one of our pigs. And simply because that pig happened to have some medical issues when he was rescued, and he needed a friend because the big herd pushed him out. So again, we do have some things that and some animals that aren't necessarily farmed, but they fit in with the family here with the ones that we rescue. So the rescues are farmed animals used for food, but they have friends.
So Julie, in a world of uncertainty, how do people know that once they donate to your fund, how do they know that the money goes to the use that it's supposed to go to?
Okay, so that's a really good question. And I think it's important that people be assured that their money is going where they think it's going. We found a lot of sanctuaries are just big-hearted people with a lot of animals. So we have been verified by the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries. And what that means is that they have verified that we do have our determination letter, our 501c3 letter from the IRS, and we're registered as a sanctuary in the state of New Mexico, and then we're operating as one. And we're also being accredited. And what that means is that once we earn that accreditation, we'll be one of 160 sanctuaries around the world that upholds the highest worldwide standards of excellence for animal care, management, and governance. And that we are transparent in all processes. So, of course, including financial management. And when people donate, they can determine where that money goes if they want to. So let's say they want to sponsor Ponyboy, and that money will go only to Ponyboy and his care. The donor will receive a statement of how the money is helping Ponyboy, along with video and pictures of the money going for that use. Or if the donor wants to buy a bench at the memorial tree that we have, they can either come to the ceremony where we unveil the bench, or a plaque if they wish, and see that, or we can certainly send video, and that's always posted up on our Facebook or Instagram and on the website as well, so they can see their money going to work. Same with fencing or food or anything like that, or they can just say, hey, we want it to go where it's going to do the most good, and then we can show them where that went and what that money went toward. So for accreditation, we're actually on the last step, which is super cool. We've been doing this for 6 months, and we're on the site visit. And unfortunately, it got postponed for the COVID-19 piece, the travel ban, but we expect them to come in June or early July. So as soon as they come out, see the site, take the photos, do everything that they need to do, then we'll have our stamp of accreditation, which will be really cool.
Nice. Now let me ask you this: Ponyboy is who? Could you explain us who Ponyboy is?
Yeah, Ponyboy is one of our big boy pigs. So he's one of our smaller ones, but he comes in at a whopping 400 pounds. Wow. And he had a lot of, he's big. You can go see pictures of him, like I said, on the website when it goes up on June 1st, or now on Facebook or Instagram. We've got lots of pictures and videos of him, but He's a little bit smaller. We just built a fence for him. He's the one that has the best friend is a goat.
Oh,
which,
right.
Yeah. We actually got video of him and the goat sleeping together last night, which was cool because they were in their particular area, their stall that they like to go into, and they were in there sleeping together. So he's one of our bigger pigs.
I just wanted to make sure people knew that it wasn't Pony Boy from The Outsiders that we would take care of, but it's Pony Boy.
That's how we named him. That's where we got his name.
See that? Okay, good. Now
we have Pony Boy and we have Soda Pop. We have both of them as pigs.
So is the goat Soda Pop?
No. That Soda Pop's another pig. He weighs in at about 600 pounds.
Wow. These are some heavyweight pigs. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let me ask you this. What makes the difference between your sanctuary and a mission, as an example?
Okay. Yeah, that's a really good question. I get asked that quite a bit. Like, what is the difference between makes us a sanctuary versus like an animal rescue or
exactly a rescue farm? Yeah.
So it's really because all the animals that we rescue will live here for the rest of their lives. Now, if they come in and they're in pretty good shape or haven't had that hard of a start to life, they could be here 20 years. Or if they've had a little bit of a rough start, maybe they're only here a couple months. But a rescue, generally, when you think of animal rescues, that's more like a dog rescue or cat rescue or even mini pigs. They generally get adopted out. Whereas we don't adopt them, they'll come in and this will be their forever home.
If somebody were to come to the sanctuary and fall in love with one of the animals, are they able to be adopted, or they kind of live in ecstasy on the sanctuary forever?
Yeah, so we don't adopt out any of them. They will be here forever with the rest of their friends. But we have volunteer opportunities, certainly. So if they're in love with the animals, they can certainly come here and help and work and bond with that animal as much as they would like.
Now, I have to say this. Being born and raised myself in the state of New York and growing up in an Italian-American family, we were always meat eaters. And through our conversations daily, you've educated me a little bit on the vegan world, and I thought maybe you would want to kind of express a little bit of that today and talk about why people should go vegan.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not short of words on the why, and frankly, I grew up eating meat and every meal, so it's was something I was born into as well. But we exist here at the sanctuary. Our entire mission is frankly to educate folks on what living vegan is and eating vegan is and what it can do for them and what it can do for the planet too, right? So especially these days, with COVID, right? So COVID and people are looking simply for better ways and different ways. They don't necessarily want to go back to normal, and hearing that a lot is that they're seeing different avenues to move forward and past this. So when you look at something like SARS or MERS or COVID or viruses that are simply mutating and jumping from animals to humans and how it's really affecting our everyday life now, we've got a lot more questions about plant-based living and what that means and what it can do. Can it help me lose weight, or can it help me, how's it going to affect me? So that's specifically what we do here, is educate people on that, what it can do for their health. So there's really like three motivations people go vegan and do it. They either do it for the animals, right? They do it because they really understand what it means to, what the animals go through in factory farming, and they want to save them, or they do it for their health. Their doctor says, hey, stop eating red meat.
Sure.
You're going to have a heart attack.
Sure.
Yeah. Or they do it for the environment and the climate change and the what's happening with the factory farms or the rainforest or something. So really three main reasons. Primary motivation is what gets them started on the vegan path, and we can kind of, help them with that and answer any questions with that. And once they get started going vegan, the number one thing that I hear, absolutely, hands down, from every single person that has tried this, is that the only issue they had is that they wish they had done it sooner. That's it. So exactly. It's kind of fun to hear. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I through part of the conversation that we've had, I've actually in the mornings now, I have a shake that I make in the morning, but it's a juice that I do. It's a juicer. I juice my greens and I juice all of my vegetables and my fruits, and I feel my skin is better, my hair is better, my lifestyle is better because I'm trying to wean away, as you said. And I appreciate that because the education that you gave me, as small as it was to start with, has changed my life just to begin with. I mean, what I'd like to ask you is, how would you want people to get in touch with you? I mean, do you want them to contact you through LinkedIn? Is there an email address that you'd like to give them, a phone number, a smoke signal? What would you like?
Yeah, so any of the above, right? Smoke signals will probably hold off on, but we certainly we've got an email address that, it's contact@nmfarmsanctuary.org. We've got a website address which is going live on June 1st, which is amazing, which is also nmfarmsanctuary.org. Of course, we have Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, again, all NM Farm Sanctuary for the logons, and we certainly have a phone number on all of those as well. LinkedIn, obviously, our LinkedIn is going great.
Contact Julie at LinkedIn. Sure. Okay. Yeah, now, something that you said that's very important. Okay, the sanctuary lives on donations. So besides the lead generation that we're doing for you, how can people, I want them to get in touch with you. As you said, there's an abundance, but I want more people to get in touch with you. How can they get in touch with you to donate money to save these wonderful animals? How else can they do that for you?
Yep, they can do that through any of those pages. So they can do that through the Facebook page, the web page, or the Instagram page. There's a donate button on all of that. We've got PayPal if they'd like to go through none of that and they just want to donate. We also have the donate at nmfarmsanctuary.org for our PayPal as well. So, and this is really amazing because it helps the hay, the feed, the supplements. It ensures that the resources, the resources that are provided give the best care possible to the animals, but it also gives us the funds to do the community outreach and the education about the farming and the plant-based diet and how people can help themselves. So any of those avenues will get us the funds that we need to continue.
So they can educate, they can donate, and they can enjoy conversation with you, all in one email or all in one visit to LinkedIn. All of these, it's like a trifecta with Julie.
It is a trifecta with me, and if they'd like me to, they can also have FaceTime with one of the animals. So it's a win-win.
That would be cool, especially knowing that they're rehabilitating, their money is rehabilitating an animal. It's nice to see that animal as it gets better and improves in its life. They're able to know the money that they've donated has gone to that, and that's what's awesome. And on a business side, what people don't realize is a donation is a tax deduction as well. So they should feel comfortable knowing that.
Yeah, we are a 501c3. We are registered, and it is a full tax donation. So anything that they donate can be written off, which is a great benefit as well. So, of course, the larger the donation, the better the benefit in the end.
Exactly. It's a feel good on both sides when people look at it. So what can you, in closing today, what else would you like to go over? What else would you like to discuss about your sanctuary? Anything in particular?
So, nothing in particular. I think we've covered a lot. Okay. I think that if people would want to, again, if they want to reach out, if they want to have these discussions, if they just have a question about, I was wondering about this, I would encourage people to ask questions because, the more you know, right? The more education you have on yourself, the better you'll feel.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And we're privileged to work with you. And I hope that everything that we've been doing with you, you've been comfortable with and you've been reaping the benefits of, let's say?
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, it has been, working with you and Rob has been amazing. I was a little hesitant. I wasn't sure how it was going to work, right? I had never done this before. I wasn't sure how it was going to work, what we were going to need to put into it, what we were going to get out of it. And frankly, it has been the easiest part of getting the sanctuary up and running and getting the word out to people. And what we get back every single day is, you know, I'm finding times to schedule to talk to all these people that want to know about us because of this campaign, because of going through the LinkedIn and the LinkedIn piece of it. Struggling just to find the time right now to get back to people because it's been so successful. And I didn't think that would be my problem, would be that it was so successful. So I very much appreciate working with you guys.
And we as well with you. We look forward to a long, prosperous future together. We love to be able to be all of the marketing campaign for the sanctuary and any of your other ventures down the road. And we're excited to be able to build this partnership and this friendship with you. And we're here for you every step of the way. I thank you for taking the time today. And I look forward to speaking to you regularly as we always do.
Yes, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Enjoy your day.
You as well.